I've read even that one of the predictions from this season, this launching, is that there's very possible another Christian Siriano. And I don't mean another type like him, but I mean
No.
a kind of like a breakout. Is that the case?
It's true. I will say it happens.
Wow.
Yeah.
To see him not only continuing to create, but to also shift the industry in a way that is more inclusive.
Absolutely.
That is more forward thinking. Yeah. I mean, how proud of you.
And I have to tell
you,
I reflect upon the first time I met Christian, which was at the auditions for that season. Mm-hmm. And I saw his paperwork before he came in, and I turned to the producers and I said, why are we seeing this kid? He has absolutely no experience. He's just graduated from school. We're beyond this. And then he came, and they said, well, have him come in. Maybe he'll be in here for 20 seconds. So he came in. He was in there for far longer than 20 seconds. And when he left, I turned to my fellow panelists and I said, I have never in my career met a fashion prodigy until today.
Wow.
He's a fashion prodigy.
And now halting all the production basically of his line to create materials like masks and things like that in the wake of COVID-19. I mean, literally one of the first that I can think of, one of the first fashion houses, one of the first fashion influencers, designers to say, actually, hold on, wait, we got to do a lot more than what we're doing. And this is what I can do, so I'm going to do it.
Well, he has his priorities correct. He has his priorities correct. He realizes this, our humankind is on a very thin rail.
Yeah. I mean, this is something we have never, ever seen before. Tell me this, speaking of the quarantine experience, I've been asking some of my friends and some of the people that we've been interviewing about their most interesting quarantine food combination. And I'll tell you mine before I ask you yours. I made this like tuna melt on Triscuits.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
But then I added crumbled up hot Cheetos on top.
You know, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
What has been for you the strangest or maybe the most delicious quarantine combination you've made so far?
Well, it's not going to seem that strange. At least to me it doesn't, because I love it. I mix Jolly Time microwave popcorn with Pepperidge Farm cheddar goldfish.
That's actually, now I'm going to take you up one more notch.
Oh.
I'm going to take you up one more notch.
Put the Cheetos in too?
Well, you could. You could. But now there's this thing that people do in Chicago where they mix the butter and the cheese flavor, right, that you've already got, with a little caramel.
Naomi would love it.
I saw the grimace right before.
No, I'm more of a J-Lo. I like the savory.
The last time we were just talking about the idea of this show and the transition from one show to another. And now here we are. This has got to feel like a kind of running through a finish line of sorts.
It's
making the cut.
Yeah, it's
come on, right?
Yeah, and it's a dream come true.
First, just tell me about the conversation between you and Heidi finally getting back together again. What was that first time to spend some time with each other back on set? What was that like?
Oh, back on set. Yeah, I was going to say, because we started conversations about this the second that we decided we weren't returning to runway.
Yep.
So in a way, we haven't been apart, but together on a set, something else, we were like two kids. We were laughing, we were tickling each other. We were just having a blast. We were just so happy to be in each other's company.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like you two in particular, of a lot of the personalities that have come through Project Runway, you two seem to really gravitate toward each other. You seem to have a real connection, a real bond, a real friendship? Was it a no-brainer to go into business together in this new show?
Oh, it was a no-brainer. It was definitely a no-brainer. And also in conceiving of the new show, Heidi and I agreed we wanted to spend more time together because on Project Runway, we have such separate and discrete roles. We're barely together, but I'm making the cut. We're together all the time. So that was a requirement.
And so when because you guys are also not just personalities on the show, not just fixtures on the show, but also creators, producers on the show, what is it like to work with each other in that regard? Like if you guys don't have an agreement on a challenge or on the angle that the show seems to be taking, how do y'all handle those kinds of situations?
Well, actually, it became very easy. And there are times that Heidi and I disagree, which I think is healthy.
Yeah.
Amazon was our great collaborator. So the Prime Video executives were always breaking the tie or solving the conflict. And they're brilliant. And the show wouldn't be what it is without their collaboration.
Speaking of collaboration, not only is it Tim Gunn and Heidi Klum, but you've got some heavy hitters on this judging panel. I mean, good Lord.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's first choice said yes.
You know, I agree with you. And what we were so terrified about was the schedule, because they're away from their homes for 5 solid weeks in a row.
Okay, so let's run down this roster. Who is on the judging panel?
Well, you have to start with Naomi Campbell.
I mean, you can't not.
It's like a dream. Yeah.
I believe it.
And then Nicole Richie, who has so much experience with fashion and with branding and understands television intimately. Joseph Altuzarra, who's a phenomenon and is absolutely in the center of branding himself. And I'd never met Joseph. I didn't know what he would be like. Yeah. He's an incredible sweetheart. I mean, he's just the loveliest person ever.
Oh, that's great.
And my own dream was to bring Corinne Reutfeld, the former editor-in-chief of French Vogue. And there she is.
Tim, I feel like all of your friends, like if you run through your phone, it's just a ton of contacts like that, a ton of your friends like that. I mean, couldn't be the more fancy, like just fashion is my life. Like, you know what I mean? I imagine she rolls the window down and it's in fashion. You know what I mean? I imagine like she goes to the cupboard to like grab some bread or flour or something and it's in fashion, you know?
Absolutely. No, it's true. She picks up a pencil. Suddenly, it's the top item. Everyone needs one.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's incredible. And to know that you also, the prizes for this show it's next level. I remember talking to Heidi about this after AGT one season because I was trying to figure out how you top Project Runway. And she was like, what if you could buy it right then? She's like, you see a look, you love it, you buy it right there. Yeah. I was like, yeah, but we're years away from that. She was like, no, we're not. So explain what people win, what some of these contestants actually get the opportunity to experience.
If they win $1 million in cash, they win a mentorship with Amazon Fashion. And for the winner, that began last September when we declared the winner.
Yeah.
And their brand is sold on Amazon. So when you're an up-and-coming designer and you have the support and infrastructure of Amazon behind you,
right,
how can you not succeed? And if you can't, it says something about today and about the struggles that people are facing. But it's sure looks like a safety net to me. I mean, it's phenomenal. And I want to add too, the whole shoppable aspect of the show was part of an evolution. When we first met with Amazon Prime Video, this was in no one's vocabulary.
I know.
Yeah, it was later in the conversation that Amazon actually said, you know, there's an opportunity here. Let's talk to Amazon Fashion and Christine Beauchamp. Yeah.
Come on. I remember exactly where I was when she said it to me the first time. And I was like, she was like, you better not report that.
We didn't know if it could actually happen.
Exactly.
I mean, we were really apprehensive just because it's so big. And I visited Amazon Fashion in Seattle last September and was blown away by the operation, blown away by the products that they're developing, and the quality of design. It's phenomenal. Absolutely.
You have to tell me, Tim, you have to tell me, as a viewer, right? When I hear Naomi Campbell, I've got my popcorn. You know what I mean? I've got Twitter right here. I'm ready to tell me, does she deliver all of that Queen Naomi that we have come to know and love?
Let me tell you this. You get but a tiny taste of what I get to see.
I know that's right.
Oh, yeah. My cup runneth over.
I know it.
It's phenomenal. And you know what I love about her? She's so authentic. She just is who she is. And that's that.